You're all set, thank you.
Done.
Your mic
Yep.
is on, yes.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. We'll go around the room and introduce ourselves.
Bill Nicoletti.
Dan Zapatka.
Debbie Davis.
Jack Pritchard.
Deb Satonic.
Dan Lynch.
Steve Vesputa. All right. There's no public dialogue?
No.
All right. Approval of minutes. We'll look them over for a minute. Can I have a motion?
Make a
So-
motion to accept minutes.
I believe I can second it.
I found something in here, Deb, it just needs to be corrected.
Sure.
I reported, it's in the, under D, Director's Report, the third block there. It says, Mr. Lynch reported that Little League Soccer and Lacrosse have been asked to give copies of their certificates of insurance, bank statements, et cetera, to the, says First Selectman, it's to the Park and Recreation Department,
Okay.
to be kept on file.
No problem.
That's it. That I saw. Anybody else has anything?
Did we get it?
Any additions or deletions or corrections besides Dan's? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passed. All right, our agenda items, questions from previous meetings, Dan?
Just double check, but I'll go over everything in the director's report. Steve, you had asked about that, process and road grindings for, Turkey Hill.
Yeah, it's taken care of.
I mentioned that to Chris. He said they would take care of it.
Yeah, he took at like Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
And then, I just encourage everybody to go down and check out the work going on at Fred Wolf Park with the playground. It's really coming.
yeah, it's nice.
It's really coming too.
Yeah,
They had another playground committee meeting, I believe, last week. I talked to Jimmy, First Selectman Zioli, and they're looking at some kind of grand opening. There's no official date yet. I think sometime in June, probably more towards the end of June, I've been told. But I will keep you updated on that as well. But if you get time, take a
Yeah,
ride
it
through.
looks very nice.
It's really nice, and it's coming along. And everything around town looks very nice. Old Tavern's in good shape, Fred Wolf's in good shape. I'd like to thank our grounds crew, they've done a lot of good work down there. But the work being done on the playground by everybody that's involved with that it's really coming along.
Yeah.
Check it out when you get a chance.
Debbie, you had something?
We were at the soccer game, excuse me, the other day. And somebody had asked, is there going to be something like for handicap parking?
For the playground,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
well, for
the
the area-
playground or the
area.
soccer?
I would say maybe you can put one into both somehow.
Yeah, they're probably, that committee,
yeah.
that
Oh, okay.
engineering firm, I think,
Yeah.
is in charge of that now.
Yeah, they would have to
We're in the
bring that up
process
to
of
them,
getting
Deb,
quotes.
and then I'm sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I just don't know when, but I'm
Okay.
sure it's definitely on the
Well,
agenda or
I
on the
know,
list of things to do.
I know the playground parking lot is gonna be paved, and they'll, mark the handicap,
Excellent. That would do it.
As far as the soccer, I mean, I don't know what's
Yeah,
those plans are. That parking lot, to pave it, you would have to put drainage in it and hire engineers and do a whole bunch of stuff, I would imagine. The way they did Old Tavern by the garage years ago, and that cost what, Dan, $120,000, probably 10 or 12 years ago
yeah.
to pave and,
That whole area, yeah. That
the
was a big-
design and the drainage, the
Yep.
detention gardens, rain gardens for detention and stuff. But I know the playground parking lot as you come in Fred Wolf Park, the playground's on the right. The playground parking lot is on the right, to
Right,
right of the playground. That's gonna be paved.
okay.
Any other questions? All right. Hey, Jim.
Good evening.
Hey, Jim.
How are you? How you doing?
Good, you?
Hi, dear.
All right, any other questions, Dan?
That was it. I'll go over everything else in the director's report.
All right. We have Eric from Orange Little League to do a yearly report. Come on up, Eric.
Good evening, everyone.
Eric, how are you?
Hello.
How are you? So, thanks for having me tonight.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. Spoke with Dan a week ago. Just wanted to recap on last season and how everything's going. Oh, sorry. Yep, no problem. All right. Yeah, no problem. So just quick recap from last season and just a little bit of update on, we're obviously in progress right now with our spring season at the moment. So we had a very successful year last year, had a great regular season, capped it off with an amazing summer postseason. So our 12U team and our 11U team both won their districts, advancing to the sectionals, and our 10U team lost in the championship in the districts. So we had a very successful district season with all three teams. And we also had a 10U Seabreeze team win their tournament. So we had three teams that won their postseason tournaments, the 12s, 11s, and one of the Seabreeze 10s. The 12s and the 11s went on to the sectionals to play other districts within the state and were eliminated at that point, but it was a very successful season. And, you know, having two teams win in one season, it's the first time in a bit that we had two age levels win. So it was a great summer. This year, registration numbers are steady with a slight dip from last year, but the younger divisions the numbers are very strong. We have 342 players in hardball, down from 361 last year, but 280 are in our Eastern age and below. So we have 280 of the 342 players
Oh, really?
age 10 and below.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we had a slight dip from last year's numbers, but our 12-year-old class is low, has been low ever since they've been younger. Obviously, we have some kids that, leave for other sports.
Yeah.
Or as they get older, but out of the entire league, we only have 19 12-year-olds. So we have,
How many teams in the majors then?
we have 6.
Oh,
Yep,
same
so-
as
so the-
always.
The 11-year-old age group is a bigger class, so it makes up for it. We have the 19, 12-year-olds. My son currently right now is a 12-year-old. But, their class has been just a smaller class,
Yeah.
ever since we were in Little League. There was obviously more. We've lost some throughout the years, but it was never more than, I'd say, 30 kids.
Okay.
But the younger numbers are very strong. 280 from age 10 and below
That's a lot.
is really good.
Yeah.
So we just got to work on retaining them all, which we're constantly doing to focus on the younger ages.
Yeah.
As the kids get older, the competition gets a little tougher. We start to lose kids at that 11 and 12-year-old age. It's a big jump when you have 9 and 10 start kid pitch, but 11 and 12 really starts to throw the ball pretty hard. So sometimes we, thin out at that age group, but
Yeah.
to have 280, 10 and below is very strong. We had 111 players in softball this year, so that's a good number for our softball program. We had 35 overall managers, so 35 teams between hardball, and softball. 63 coaches and 25 volunteers. So we have close to 100 coaches with an additional 25 that are either dugout parents, helping out with the snack stand. The coaches do the rotation of the snack stand also, but we have the 25 volunteers. We also have our executive board, which consists of 20 members on the e-board, and we meet every month of the year with the elections beginning in October. So the board is elected every October. Some field improvements that have taken place this year. We added a new camera to stream games on Goldberg Field. Last season, we added all the cameras for Roche. We did 3 cameras on Roche. We have a left field, a left field, a right field, and one directly behind home plate to the side of the score box up top. And then we have 2 cameras one that faces the parking lot in between Goldberg and Roche and the batting cages. It's more for like a security camera. And then we have another one that faces over Goldberg down the rest of the complex. That's in essence a security camera also.
Yeah, that's good.
But the 3 cameras in Roche are used for streaming. We could stream it through Game Changer, and we have fun with it. When a kid hits a home run, the coach will alert me, and I'll look it back up and send the clip of the video to the parents of the kid
Oh, that's awesome.
when they're able to hit a home run. When they hit a home run, we've had a couple this year. Obviously, throughout the years, they've made the bats a little less active, due to some injuries. So the USA bats are a little bit less. So home runs throughout the years have always gone down, but we've had, a lot in the last few weeks. We had one player that hit a home run and pitched a complete game with 17 strikeouts in the same game, which was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
17 out of the 18 outs were strikeouts. He's taller than me, so he's pretty good. We added new drainage on Roche. We were having a little bit of issue with puddling, but we had Chris Small do some new drainage with some help from Ivy League Landscaping. We had the mounds rebuilt on all 3 hardball fields, and we also had the lips fixed on OT1 because they were, very high. So it kind of began to be a little bit,
It never ends.
yeah. It was a little bit it started to become a little bit of a safety issue. If a hard hit ball
Yeah.
hit the lip, it would come up, or if you hit a ball and it would go foul when it really was a fair ball. So we we had the lips fixed, through a company that we outsourced.
Contract.
Yep, contracted. Our scoreboard's been out for a majority of the season on Roche, but we are getting the quotes on fixes at the moment. It's been a little bit of a long process. It's probably I'm not sure the age of the scoreboard, but it's been there for a bit.
That's been there for a while.
So it took a little bit to find the parts and work with Daktronics. They're the company that does the scoreboards and does the controllers. We have a donor currently that's looking to pay for either a portion of it. They've contacted me to remain anonymous, but they want to cover at least a portion of it, if not the entire thing. It's going to be a cost estimated at $2,500 to $3,000. So we had
Sounds about right.
he's a fellow coach who offered to
That's nice.
to fix that,
Okay.
but wants to remain anonymous, which is
That's
very
fine.
nice. That was it. Any questions on the numbers or the field improvements? We did a lot of improvements last year with a new batting cage behind Roche that made it into a double batting cage, kind of like the ones that are currently there by Brindley. But the new one that we built is a double side by side. So there are
At
2
Roche.
At Roche.
Yeah.
Yep. So at Roche. So they're 2 full size batting cages, but just side to side. And a number of improvements last year. with this new sound system on Roche, it's, sounds like a major league game sometimes in between. The kids like to crank it up in between games, and before games it's a little loud when you're doing infield and outfield, but the kids love it. We got those speakers from the Hartford Yard Goats, where they upgraded their system, and one of the fathers is an AV person in the league, and he did all the security cameras, and he had the lead on the speakers, and we were able to
It's great.
buy them at a reduced cost.
Great,
They had one single
great
building
contact to
speaker
have.
For years, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's
Like a tin can.
you could be the first night he set them up for us, because we have part of it that came with it was a wireless mic. So for opening day, we have the microphone that we could do from the field to do all the announcements. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to mention is we had our opening day ceremonies this year. It was a real success. We had the Amity High School baseball team there to run stations with all the kids. They, did different stations throughout the day. And then when we had our opening day ceremonies, when we put our new banners up on Roche for the 12 district and the 11 district teams that won last year, we had the Amity team go out in the field with all the Little League kids. So it's all the Little League teams together, and then the Amity High baseball team right in the middle. So it was a really, really special day. But when we first set up the speakers last fall, it was like a concert. It was, we just had the father who set it up, and we were out in the outfield, and it was so loud, and not extremely loud, but it was very loud and crisp, and it was like you were in a concert in center field in Roche. It was pretty, it's pretty cool.
So it sounds like you guys did a lot of improvements over the past year.
Yeah, we've been trying,
That's good.
we've just found ways to make the improvements, but within the budget. Obviously, finding a line on professional level speakers, but second hand
Yeah,
was very helpful. And the batting cage was obviously the biggest expense that we've had. That was a good amount, where we built the second batting cage and added a secondary bullpen on Roach too.
Great.
all right.
Good job.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Eric.
Thank you. All right. Any questions or anything else?
Sounds good. Good report, Eric.
All
Thank
right,
you very
No
much.
problem. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, grounds and facilities, I have no report. Personnel, Dan,
Everything's good.
the budget,
Yep. Getting to the nitty bitty, or the itty bitty part of the fiscal year. There's probably a couple, line items that are in the negative and taken care of with transfers. And, yeah, we're approaching June 30th very soon. July 1, we'll start the new fiscal year. We received our, budget forms back from the, Board of Finance and the Finance Director, and nothing was cut. Anything that we did ask for increase was given to us. So I have no complaints on our end as Park and Recreation Department with the town or the Board of Finance. They're always very helpful and adhere to our needs. And I'm very happy with our budget for the upcoming fiscal year, so we should be in good shape. I haven't heard anything about the basketball courts yet from the Capital Planning Committee, but when I do, I will let you know. That's always very hush-hush, and you'll hear about that at the last minute, so I will keep you up to date on that as well.
all right.
If anybody has any questions on budget, but that's where we stand right now.
All right. The director's report,
Okay,
Dan?
I will go through that now as well. Okay. All of our spring programming has begun. Everything's running well up to this point. All of our summer camp sessions of day camp are filled, sessions 1 through 4. We've also let a bunch of people off the wait list as well. So we added some staff to our summer camp, so we're able to add some more people to it. As of right now, sessions 1 through 4 are completely full. Traveling teens, we still have openings in some weeks. Weeks 1, weeks 2, weeks 6, and weeks 8 are full. weeks 3, 4, 5, and 7 still have openings. So those at home that are watching or are interested still, please, you could sign up right online, very easy. And our new Rec Desk recreation software, which is going very well. So those interested, traveling teens level of camp, weeks 3, 4, 5, and 7 are still open. We're talking about our parks and our facilities. Parks crew obviously is keeping up with all the mowing, trimming, cleanup work, and ball field maintenance tasks at Old Tavern Road, Sports Complex, and Fred Wolf Park as normal. Also getting ready, busy setting up, cleaning up for the town events, especially this coming weekend with the Memorial Day Parade. A lot of work goes into that as well. There's a lot of events on the fairgrounds. We just had the Board of Education Olympics done by our very own yesterday, Jim Ronay. How did that go?
It was a great
There
day.
was a lot
It
of
was
people
awesome.
out there.
Yeah, we had a lot of people. We had about 100 and almost 150 kids, families, siblings. The parks guys, Chris and Kevin and Michael and Bobby, they were all out helping us get ready
Yep.
and moving stuff around. Harley raked the track before, and it was a great day. I mean, it had a couple little snags here and there in terms of, you know, we tried our best to make it perfect, and it was pretty close, but it was great. The kids kids seemed to
sound
have.
system out there.
Oh yeah, no, we hire a guy.
That's nice.
You know, the nice thing about that event is the police are involved, the Park and Rec is involved. Chips helped us out with, you know, discounting some food. There was a local pizza, 700 Degree was in there selling pizza,
Oh,
and
nice.
the proceeds was going towards our, you know, and then, you know, just the other people in town and in the surrounding communities were helping us, you know.
Nice.
So, you know, if we had to buy stuff, we bought it at a discount. Just in getting a great sound guy is the most important thing. So
Yeah,
this guy is
I hear that,
unbelievable here.
yeah.
But even a couple of old Orange guys come back, Eddie Schwanier and Jimmy Pino, who people probably know from their bands.
Oh, I know Jimmy P.
Yeah. So they MC for me every year, and people love it. The kids really have a great time with it. So we're
And you come in this morning and it looked like there was nobody there.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Did a
that's
good job cleaning
no,
up,
we
too.
don't. I want it to look better than
No,
when we
awesome.
got there. So
Great event.
yeah,
It's their rendition of what, Field Day, basically?
that's what we used to have for field day.
Right.
And not everybody wins. You have to qualify to get there.
Yep.
And then there's a first, second, and third place, and a lot of kids don't necessarily win something. They get a T-shirt, they get a meal, they get and they get to be together.
Nice.
But they learn about competition. But it's fun. It's for, you know, the band plays. You can't.
Yeah,
It's
it was great.
it's a really great day.
How long have you been doing it?
16th year,
All right.
16. Yeah,
Yeah, you
awesome.
started it.
I started it when
Yeah.
I was 2.
Yeah.
Oh, great job, though.
Yeah,
Every year, you had great
it was
weather.
awesome.
It was great.
It's awesome. We appreciate everybody's help and all the
I know
people
you go through a
attending.
lot with getting the date.
It's
and I know
tough.
that
It's-
date changed like 3 times. I saw that on my calendar.
And you know,
It changed.
the Lastos, unbelievable what they
Good.
do. Tricia and her daughters help me so much. So everybody, the PE staff, it's crazy how many people get involved. But everybody loves it, and so we're going to keep doing it.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Stuff.
Thank
Again,
you.
we just got so many events that happen on those
Yeah,
fairgrounds.
that's good.
Between now and, you know, through the summer, through the fall, that place is packed. I mean, all the time. There's stuff going on constantly. For a small town, for all the events and stuff that go on, or people would just rent in the pavilion or whatever, I mean, the activity, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's a credit. It's a credit to the town, credit to all the organizations that are involved with it, and it's nice to see. Because it's not like that everywhere, trust me. Aquatics report from Sue is included. I'll go through some things here. The last lifeguard training course and recertification training class for current lifeguards is complete for the season. She will do another one come the fall. That's it until September/October. Registration for summer swim lessons and all of our other summer activities that are land-based will begin on Monday, June 5th. Everything is updated on the website. Again, that day, 8:30 strong. You can go online and register for these classes, or you can come in person as well. We do have both options. Schedule, like I said, is available on the website now. They are now offering stroke clinics for competitive swimmers and a diving clinic for high school divers looking to expand their rotation for competition. That is also, information is also at the office and online. Obviously, our summer camp preparations are underway, especially her down at the pool. And as I stated earlier, all of our sessions for day camp are filled. And the pool will be closed on Sunday for the parade and Monday also for the Memorial Day holiday. Our fitness room will be closed also on Monday for the Memorial Day holiday. Our men's softball league is held on Monday and Wednesday nights. We got our games in tonight. 6 teams in the Monday league, 6 teams in the Wednesday league. Everything is going well with that so far. I've already gone over the camp stuff. Interviews for camp counselors are complete. All counselors are hired. And that is pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
So everything's running well
Yes, so far so good.
in the computer program too?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when anything new, there's always glitches and problems and stuff. But I think people at home are starting to get used to it. We're getting used to it as a staff.
Yep.
The mistakes that were occurring when it first started are now minimal, I would say. Parents that were signing up themselves for programs has ended. We've cleaned up all that on our end. We've helped out people with that, so it's a big undertaking, but we have now, our old system is now completely obsolete. All of our old facility reservations that were done in the old rec track system are now gone. Everything is now being done facility-wise in our new system, which is a lot better
Okay.
on my end, and the staff's end. It's better. So it's going over well. People with in Little League now, and with Little League baseball, softball, that are looking to reserve their fields for practice and stuff, they now have to create their households in the system. We can do it, but it's a lot easier when you do it at home and then you call up and we give them the field right there. So all the Little League people are getting used to that as well. So that's new for them, it's new for us, but everybody's adjusting to it pretty well. Right, Eric?
Yep,
Okay,
we're doing great.
okay, awesome.
Yep. The staff is very helpful
Yep.
with the change.
All right, anything else? Motion to adjourn?
If anybody doesn't. Okay.
Second? All those in favor?
All right.
All right,
Thank you, everybody. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
yeah. It should be nice